Hey folks, welcome to your English video. Today we're going to be working on one of the most commonly used tense in English and one of the most popular tense in English. So let's start working on that tense. It's called the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, it expresses an action. So when exactly that action happened? So let's discover and dive deeper. We're going to discover the meaning of the tense. We're going to discover the formation. How do we form the tense? How to construct a sentence? We also are going to dive deeper into the pronunciation of the tense itself. And at the end, we're going to work on the appropriacy. When do exactly use this tense? How can we use it? And in which specific domain do we use this tense? So let's discover first the meaning. For example, Martin has traveled to Canada recently. Let's first pick the meaning of the sentence. So the meaning of this sentence, it expresses an action. Where's the action? Has traveled. The action started in the past, expressed an action that started in the past. It's still in progress in the time of speaking and may or may not continue into the future. So let's answer the following question. Question 1. Do we know when exactly the action started? Yes or no? Actually, no. We're just interested in the action. The action happened in the past. But when exactly? Who knows? Nobody knows. Okay. The second question. Did the action start in the past? Of course, yes. It started, has traveled. Okay, it's yes. The action already started in the past. But when exactly? I don't know. My idea or my concentration is the action is in progress, starting in the past. So, third question. Is the action in progress in the time of speaking? Who can answer that? Of course, yes. He has traveled to Canada, so he's already there. He's outside the country. I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you, Martin has traveled to Canada. So he's outside, and he did not travel back yet. So, yes, definitely. He's in the progress. So the fourth question, okay, do we know when the action will end? Who can answer that? Martin has traveled to Canada recently. So nobody knows when or what time he'll be back. So the main concentration or the main intensity here on the action here, starting the past in progress and may continue into the future. So that's all the meaning. Let's move on to the construction or the formation. How can we form the present perfect? Okay, folks, having explained the meaning of the present perfect tense, do you know the formation on how to construct a sentence? Let's discover that, or let's dive deeper. So the formation of the present perfect, two forms, the affirmative and the negative. Affirmative. Affirmative form. So let's first talk the singular subject. So single subject goes with has plus verb in the past participle. Past participle. So moving to the plural, subject, it's have plus verb in the past participle. Okay, so Martin has traveled to Canada recently. Has, the verb, past participle, or in that ed form. So also we have the regular and irregular form. So travel, this is a regular form. So for example, a regular form like when, won. Has won. When, has won. So let's move on to the negative form. All right, students, let's carry on to the formation. How can we form or construct a sentence in the present perfect? So we have two ways, the affirmative and the negative form of the present perfect. So let's carry on first with the affirmative. The affirmative form. So, all right, so let's discover the negative form. We can form the negative of the present perfect by adding not or an apostrophe to have and has. So with the singular subject, we just attach not to have and has. Okay, the singular subject has plus verb plus past participle. So, Martin has not traveled to okay, so moving to the plural, subject, we use have plus not plus past participle. So Martin and I have not traveled to Canada. Okay, so having discovered the meaning of the present perfect, the formation or the structure of the tense itself, so let's move on to the pronunciation. How do we pronounce have, and has. So it's quite clear and easy way to pronounce it. So let's go to pronunciation. So, has. How to pronounce it? Is it has or has? All right. So, phonemic chart. Z, has. It's not has with the Z sound. You just can check that. Put your finger on your throat and say zzz, zzz. If you can feel the vibration here in your throat, so you pronounce it the correct way. So, has. Martin has traveled to Canada recently. So let's go to have, plural. Have. Okay. Phonemic chart. Have. So, with the V sound. So just put your finger the same way on your throat and check that. V. Bite on your lower lip by your upper teeth and say V. Let the air out of your throat. V. Have. Martin and I have traveled to Canada. So this is all about the pronunciation. Let's move on to the propriety. All right, so let's move on to the propriety part. What is the appropriate way of using the present perfect? When should I use the present perfect? Is it formal? Is it informal? Actually, it's formal and informal. So I can use it in a formal way, in your formal writing, or in your daily speech or daily conversation. So what's exactly the domain of the present perfect? So I use it with the recently happened news. For example, in the formal, let's discover or let's pick a recently happened action. For example, Joe Biden has won the USA presidential election. So this is a formal context. Maybe a news presenter is presenting this news to the public. So the action has just happened and he's telling the people for the first time, so he understands very well. This is the first time people know this action. So Joe Biden has won the US presidential election. So this is the formal context. So let's move on to the informal. Informal, it's one-to-one speech or daily conversation. Oh, I I've just lost my keys. So this gives you the meaning that someone is outside or he just discovering himself his bucket and he did not find his keys. So he's telling his classmates or he's telling the one he's talking to, oh, I've just lost my keys. So he's telling the news for the first time. So that's all for the present perfect, meaning, structure or formation, appropriacy, and pronunciation. Thank you guys for watching me and see you in the next video.